What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the official Rage of Abyss Day 1 on TCG Player. Now, with the modern market, it moves faster than ever. I like to do these videos as a bit of a snapshot as to what the day looked like, but do understand it greatly varies depending where you record. Such as, we had this post by JJPM saying, Happy Rage of Abyss Day! And this started out at 121. It seemed like it was going down, and then how it started versus how it's going. The day ones have a lot of FOMO buying. They see it, okay, I can wait for the rest of the week, it'll go down. Oh no, people are buying. It's going up versus the amount of listers that have come in. Like, there's 50 plus people listing cards here on a lot of different things, and the boxes have actually gone up too, despite more competition on the sealed. I have seen it cheaper over on eBay. Keep in mind, people are also paying sales tax on top of these prices, because I did get into a bit of a discussion with somebody who was blaming the vendors and investors for this buyout, just like Bonfire. Bonfire is from a side set. I don't doubt that actually happened with it. I do believe that was part, because with side sets it's much easier to make something disappear like that than a core set where it's just mass opened on another scale. But I showed off the math, and I actually forgot to include sales tax versus the purchase price where people went in, and this is what you would get back selling it online. So you would be having to sell it in person and making very thin margins, and we're not seeing like a ton of copies of this sell out all at once to specific people. It's play sets, it's pieces, it's whatever people can get at the cheapest that is going, which currently is 146 from 0% feedback, and if we're going to top rated, it's 155. So if you pre-sold on this, currently you're winning. But again, with how the market moves differently, we're going to see a lot of the major vendors be going to events this weekend, already packing up, preparing for that, and they won't get back in the office to rip open product or get on their computer and list until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So week one is realistically what you have to pay attention to now, because day one has this insane, crazy difference going on with it, where people were like, I was gonna wait for exactly today. These are probably gonna be the prices, so I'm gonna go in, and shopping with a lot more FOMO than with their sense. But either way, if you are buying or holding off, use that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying if you didn't go for the pre-sales, which with this set, they're looking pretty good. Deception of Sinful Spoils is back towards 60 and super low on quantities. Dominus Impulse is down, which I did call out, I thought would go down, but is starting to also get eaten up on quantities a good amount. Again, not the most listers at this point on a ton of cards. We will see more of that throughout next week, and I do want you to pay attention to how things are on multiple markets, not just TCG Player, like I mentioned, with the sealed being cheaper currently on eBay. Now, other cards, of course, have been affected by the release and them actually being here. Kizaru, who has actually gone to the stratosphere in its price, moonrocketing, if you will, $45 and then $50 for the secret rare out of Spirit Warriors. Don't you miss all foil side sets? And yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous, the price for that right now. I actually hadn't paid attention to the name for the cover card for the first time in a long time, and Discord was talking to me about a buyout around it, but they just added le to it. Levice? Like, really? You just added le, and I'm probably murdering that. But this card has actually caused number C32 Ghost Rare to end up spiking, and you just overlay this on top of 32 for free, and then you go into this by pitching a spell card. It is an interesting card, but I don't see it taking over the metagame. People aren't rushing towards the super rare or anything. Just be aware that Ultimate Rare number 32 is up because of the card, because you basically go free rank up into cost rank up in order to play this card, and people want the highest rarity version of certain number monsters, especially when they're iconic. Then we have the world going up, and I was like, what? Why is this happening? I forgot the Light Duelist pack and its support that was going to be happening. So Ultimate Rare, the world, is way up in price for its first edition. Now, it does have the Light of Destruction reprint rewave for the Unlimited, which will help keep that down most likely to some degree, although not everybody likes the new foiling. A lot of people are very positive about it, where I'm kind of harsh on it, I suppose. But again, I actually do like them rewaving the sets in general, deal. Unlimited means unlimited. To get that first edition stamp if you're caring about it. But yeah, towards $35. This has been one of the funniest FTK, double OTK decks, whatever you want to call it, in history. I almost got the giant card as well, but there was no foil on the actual card besides the attribute. I don't get why there's a foil layer, so I ended up passing on it. That's a side tangent, though. We don't know when the Duelist pack is. There's also a nice secret rare version of this, but it has a speed duel stamp, which is why the giant card got done. It looks great in secret rare in my opinion, and I love the card stock on stuff like these. Confused a lot of the mainstream people. Crazy Box is going up, and I was like, is there a gambling theme going on here with Yu-Gi-Oh? No, this is for hat format, and people are using it not only as a deck dev target from the extra deck, but also Eradicator in hat. So be aware that is specifically why Crazy Box is going crazy in price. Actually, I think the lowest is towards 9. No, yeah, just around there, but there's one before it heads towards $10. Wow. Also, Fire Fist could be for hat because it is played in the format, and also hedging bets towards other past formats maybe becoming popular once again. We see the first edition bear is very high up, and so are the Unlimbs, even towards 35, with first edition starting at around 40 and then going from there. And the sales for them are actually going also. With that, I went over and looked at Tiger King, which can also be played in the Bujin extra deck, and first editions are now towards 30. Somebody in the Discord brought up the, what is it, the Platinum Secret or whatever from the 10s. That's the correct choice with how crazy people went and bought them out from Rarity Collection 2, right? Right, it aged well. Well, they're still super cheap if you just want to play that and hurt people's eyes. Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Gold Rare's up. We already did cover this, but it's up even further, back towards 20 almost, with the lowest being 18, and many sales being within that range. People just want different Blue Eyes, not only to collect since the SDK art got another version, but because the Blue Eye structure got announced. So be aware sales are turning even further for a lot of these. Duelist Saga is actually back down a little, however. I do emphasize the EU version of this bins terribly, and the US version tacos a little as well. So be aware of that with the Duelist Saga version, but it's actually back down from when I last looked at it, but I think I covered it because of a buyout. It was up above 30. Now there's a couple listed under 30 here if you were waiting to go for that, but I would hunt these in person just personally. And then I wanted to talk about the 10 one. I actually think it's a good buy right now. As much as I hate the 10s are going up in price for the sealed themselves and continuing to do so. And this is one of the top cards, and the Blue Eye structures around the corner. I could easily see this going around then towards 35, 40. Maybe even 50. I'm not a financial advisor channel. I don't know the future of card prices, but I do think this will get a lot of traction when the structure actually hits. Never underestimate the actual impact of a structure. And with the 25th promotion still around and a lot of people still being very positive on them, it's probably a good pickup right now, as much as I hate the 10s. And then I just wanted to shout out, we got to the cards! Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie got a steelbook, and I got it in one day from Amazon. They're $25 on Amazon, $30 everywhere else. This is a Blu-ray, so it's an HD transfer. And I do think you could wait till Black Friday probably on this. I see it everywhere. Even Hot Topic and Best Buy and Box Lunch, random places are carrying this. I had heard nothing about this. Also, because steelbooks are highly collectible as well. And on top of it, I think this probably could come down in price around Black Friday. I think it's highly populated. I shopped the Amazon buy two get one sale on stuff that I was waiting for. So I got other horror movies and I got one for free. You could probably wait if you're only interested more, like I did, on other stuff you might have been waiting for to get that discount. Do check out the getting a brand new Steelbook, which is on pre-order for about $30. I didn't know it's phenomenal, where the new one doesn't look all that good. But get the cover you want. Try to time it with the physical media market. Once things are gone, they just kind of disappear and skyrocket depending what it is. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Will necessarily do that considering how far this one has already fallen. But again, I think this looks super clean and I had to have it. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed these conversations. Let me know how you're feeling about Rage of Abyss Day 1. Are you raging on out of the game and playing something else? I'm not going to pick up Digimon. I got this shirt because it was like $12 and I think it looks really neat. But Again, so much happening with the top end of this set. It does turn out you can have two super expensive cards and one mid one, but we'll see how that actually develops through the weekend. And then opening week as well, a super important time for the set, as yeah, the sealed is kind of looking like exactly what I said, somewhere between Eternity Code and Rise of the Duelists. A lot of people like to point at Darkwing Blast, and that was under-ordered grossly, where this, I feel like, was actually appropriately ordered. So many people were going for the side sets, the 10s, and other things during Darkwing Blast. I even spoke to my sponsors, and they were like, yeah, we did not order a lot of that. Whereas this definitely had the appropriate amount of hype and preparation, yet we're still here with the demand on this set.